Hello there. It's been 2 weeks since my last progress video of my 2023 goals, and these goals include run 1000 kilometers, do 24,000 pull-ups, do 42,000 push-ups, start my own business, have my own place to live, read 42 books, audio and reading physically, and repetition counts, and love in whatever way I can every day. So the first of these 2 weeks I've been mainly focused on my current job, and I greatly enjoy the work, the company, and most of all the people I meet and work with. And I'm very, very fortunate and grateful that I got this job. And last week I heard I was allowed to stay. So that's great news. I've also been focused on organizing a beach party event for the place I volunteer at. The days and nights of preparation were very enjoyable, and the result was a little disappointing, unfortunately. But I learned a lot from this. I work with people with different expectations and planning, and I will not always be right. In fact, probably more than half the times I will be wrong, and I don't always realize this. And it reminds me to stay humble and search for the win-win solutions when working with people. Seek to build with enthusiasm rather than criticize on what's not being done. And it's hard, but it's great for building character. And that's what I need. It's an important principle to me. Although it scares me, I need some renewal. And taking leadership and ownership in this will be a great place to start. Admitting where I was wrong and stick to my guns where I think I'm right. I'm working with people, not against them. So next I want to highlight the details of the past 2 weeks and the numbers. So this is where we were the last time I made a progress video. That was a great day, by the way. 150 pull-ups and almost 300 push-ups while working on a video, of course, and having a good run. First, I want to highlight the running of the past 2 weeks. Last week, on Saturday, I decided to enroll for a marathon, to run a marathon wearing a 10 kilo vest. Now I want to raise funds for charity. I have epilepsy, and I had to give up a dream because of it. So I'm going to fight back and fulfill another dream by doing this 10 kilo marathon. I've been running 5 times past week, covering a distance of 37.3 kilometers, and 3 times of those runs I was wearing a 10 kilo vest, covering a total of 27.1 kilometers. This training is hard, and that's good. It's good for renewal, for long-term planning, for building character, and I think it will help you inspire others. It's been only 8 days, and I already managed to raise more than 87% of the money I aimed for initially. And I have 17 more weeks until the marathon. I'm absolutely blown away by the support so far and the donations. And when I told this to my father, he told me he was proud of me, and it says something about my character. That was great for him to recognize that and tell me, as I didn't see it that way yet. I'm humbled by his words, and it fuels me going forward to achieve this goal. Training for this will not always be easy and not always be fun, but I won't regret doing this. I will regret it if I don't train or give up on this dream at all. And running relates closely to my business, actually, because I have to approach people and sell them the idea to donate to my goal. I have to get out of my comfort zone and also come up with creative ways to get people on board of this idea. And I'm off to a strong start, but the start is free. Now comes the time to scale it up, and that's what will make the difference in a sustainable venture or a one-off success. And I recognize that, so this will be a great area for renewal as well. I'll talk more about this goal over the coming weeks. And next I want to highlight my pull-ups and push-ups, which have been going great, as always. I noticed that my workouts are going fantastic. I wake up at consistent times early in the morning, and I enjoy an audiobook while doing this, making my time working out even more valuable. And I've had only one non-green day for the past 3 weeks, I noticed. Seriously, it's my best period so far. Only green days except for this one, which I had done the 10 kilo vest as well. So that's not too bad either. And I noticed that I increased the amount of times I wear the 10 kilo vest during my workouts. And even then I get my repetitions in and, for example, get over 100. That's good, and it feels good. And this is mainly about the pull-ups, of course, and the push-ups are going in proportion to that. Push-ups are relatively easy compared to the pull-ups. Speaking about the pull-ups, I broke my old pull-up record of 20 pull-ups 2 times the past week. Reaching 15 pull-ups feels so effortless now, whereas a year ago, that was actually my record. And only now I realize how much I've grown in a year, or actually since the start of this year. And it makes me think of the 10x formula, which I'll make another video about. Yeah, again, push-ups are going well in proportion. They complement my pull-ups and complete my workouts in general, to not only make them revolve around pull-ups. I will aim to do a workout no matter what, or no matter how small, every day for the year 2023. So this means this entire column of pull-ups and push-ups will not contain a 0. At least one pull-up, at least one push-up every day. Next I want to talk about reading, and I'm currently listening to the audiobook of David Goggins' Can't Hurt Me. Oh wow. People, please get Audible and listen to it all the time. When working out, when traveling to work, when working, if that's possible, when doing chores at home. Turn your phone into your teacher and turn your house, your car, your gym, your workplace or whatever into your own university for only 12 euros per month. This video is not sponsored by Audible, by the way. I just think it's that valuable. And if you think you cannot afford it, then you are poor. Not because you don't have the money, but you cannot recognize the value it provides. I'm also rereading the book The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. And if I were to recommend one book to anyone, it would be this one. The first habit is called Be Proactive. So I encourage you to be proactive right now and order this book. Yeah, as for the goal of reading books, I will easily read 42 books this year. I will probably have a result of 1 book per week on average. So that's 52 books. And even then, I want to read more. Reading includes reading books and listening to audiobooks, by the way. And reading books has massively increased the value in my life. Lastly, I want to finish with love. I had great and meaningful conversations and moments with the people around me. I'm inspired by them, and they seem to be inspired by me. And that's amazing. And again, I'm very humbled by this. I have an abundance mindset. I have enough of myself. That sounds weird. And it allows me to give my gift to the world freely, without expecting anything in return. However, as I learned from being a 3% man, I need to decide that whatever comes back in return is acceptable to me or not. There's an example in the past 2 weeks, and I'll skip the details here, but there was an event with one friend and another friend, and this other friend did something pretty stupid to this first friend, and I lost a lot of respect for that guy because of what he did. He recognized his mistakes somewhat, but it's still rather awkward, and it totally changed my perspective of it. Now, I surely want to end on a positive note. Yeah, and that means I had some great YouTube comments the last time. You know who you are when you're watching this. I had some great talks with people I'm close with. I had some very funny moments. I shared my gift to people close to me. Yeah, and again, I have an abundance, so I can give to the world. And it seems like the more I give, even more I get in return. And I don't think that's a coincidence. It's a mindset and a natural principle where people synergize with their world, contributing more to the world, and they will get more in return as well. It's literally a win-win, and it's amazing to experience that firsthand. The next 2 weeks will all be about continued training for the marathon, longer work days probably, both at my job and at home, and I will struggle. I'll be making amazing memories with family and friends, and overall I will greatly enjoy the 2 weeks. I'm sure of it. Every day of life is a gift, And I want to treat it that way. And I also want you to see it that way. So make your life a gift to yourself and others. And I love you, dear stranger.